Entering Mount Rainier. The original sign. Seems like there's a bit of a line this morning. Feels like cars are getting through quickly. So we are about to enter the park. So exciting.
Do you need a map of the park?
Sure, yeah.
There you go. And you guys are going to follow the tree line and go underneath the building right there, okay?
Okay.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Where is it?
Hey guys, come join me as I show you what it's like to hike, camp, and sightsee through one of the most beautiful national parks in the Pacific Northwest, Mount Rainier National Park. We woke up early this morning to head out to Paradise in Mount Rainier, and now we are viewing Restless Glacier. It's not as tall as Mount Rainier, but it might be just as beautiful. I definitely recommend pulling over and checking out all the Vista stops on your way to Paradise. We're just starting our way to WATERFALLs. It's one of the many stops you must see in Mount Rainier. The small excursion hikes are definitely worth exploring. Washington is full of waterfalls, and this one is not a very long hike from the parking lot. So we're looking at Nevada Falls. This was caused by the eruption of Mount Rainier, and this is all really cold water because it's coming from the glaciers and giving us just like a beautiful waterfall. We just entered the Paradise area of the park. It's probably one of the most popular places, and we can already see that most of the parking lot is filled up, but hopefully when you're here you can snag a spot. This is where you could go on some of the most beautiful hikes and see Mount Rainier along with the wildflowers and the other surrounding mountains. You should definitely check out the visitor center before starting your hike. You can find all kinds of information about the different trails, and there are rangers there to help with any questions. Our ranger helped us plan the perfect hike. And if you have time, you can watch a movie in their cinema room.
Mount Rainier. So filled with extremes, so massive and so dominant, it changes everything it touches.
I keep it to myself. After gathering all your info, you are ready to take on Mount Rainier. So we're finished at the visitor center. We're in Paradise area and we're about to start the Dead Horse Creek Trail. The really popular trail here is the Skyline Trail, but we're in the mood for something more moderate. So we're gonna do a couple of the more moderate hikes today, and it should still be really pretty. This is exactly what you're gonna wanna do at Mount Rainier. This is where you're gonna see all the glaciers and all the beautiful wildflowers. Make sure to pack all of your water, your snacks, your sunscreen, because it's gonna be sunny. Yellowstone represent. So we're taking the same stairway up that you would normally do the Skyline Trail, and we're gonna start on Avalanche and then go to Lily and then Dead Horse Creek. Mount Rainier is one of the busiest national parks, but there are some areas where you can take everything in by yourself. Wow, look at this incredible view. It's so pretty. And this is why Paradise is the quintessential gem of the Pacific Northwest. Okay, it is time to take off this sweater because it's getting really hot. The temperatures varies a lot. It's pretty cold down in the parking lot, and it's pretty warm over here. The higher you get, of course, it's gonna get cold. So yeah, I'm just gonna tie this around my waist, and I'll probably be putting it on again later. Are you having fun in Paradise?
Oh yeah, I am. I think it's more beautiful when actually it's raining.
Oh, you've been here when it's raining?
Raining and snowing.
Oh, wow. So you're kind of an expert.
Oh, here, look.
What? And hopefully you can have a close encounter with some of the wildlife. I know we did. Gotta love those marmots. So we are at Paradise, and it looks like paradise to me. We have the snow-covered caps of the mountains, glaciers, and these beautiful fir trees, these evergreen trees that are always green. Definitely a sight for Washington. There's all the beautiful wildflowers. Got some pollination going on. Very important. Bees. We got a pretty clear sky today. We can see some epic views of Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier stands at over 14,000 feet. It's a true icon with its glaciers, meadows, waterfalls, and ancient forests.
Yeah, volcano up there.
Yeah.
That's what's that?
Mount Adams.
Yeah, that's Mount Adams. And then we see the Mount St. Helens.
Right, Mount St. Helens, and then we got Mount Rainier over here. And then in the middle it would be Mount Hood, but we can't see Mount Hood right now. But this is pretty cool. So at certain times you got the visibility of 4 volcanoes. I would say this would be a pretty dangerous spot when things are erupting. Any of these 3 places, it would be a dangerous
4.
spot. Could you imagine all 4 erupting at the same time and standing right here?
I mean,
I don't think you'd survive to tell the story.
there are actually more than 4 of them.
There's more than 4. What's the other one?
There are at least 2 or 3 more in Oregon.
Oh boy.
There are more up there in North Cascades.
Well, it's really pretty. This is a really cool spot. And if you ever fly out here, sometimes you can pass all 3, 4 of them and see them from the plane, which is really cool. We are headed to Reflection Lake Trail. Reflection Lake is another stop you're definitely going to want to go to in Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier isn't necessarily a huge national park, but the stops that you do get to see are really beautiful. Okay. Located at the elevation of around 5,400 feet, the Paradise area offers some of the best hiking and sightseeing opportunities in the park. I absolutely love hiking through all the streams and meadows, and the spring and summer are the best time to come for the views. Just look at this carpet of green. We are enjoying Reflection Lake. They call it Reflection Lake because the water is so clear you can see the reflection of Mount Rainier on it. They keep it pretty pristine, so there's no swimming or fishing. Actually, this is how close you can get to the lake. The other area, long grass over there, is a special preserved wetland. So mostly you're going to walk around the perimeters of the lake. Like I said earlier, you can't go in the lake or get close to it, but there is a really beautiful trail that people walk around and you can view it from all different angles, which is pretty spectacular. It looks different and has different colors wherever you view it. Whenever you're done hiking, don't forget to visit the other cool spots in the park. Mount Rainier was the 5th national park established in the US, and I believe they started construction in 1899. A lot of the construction is made to look just like the outside. So we're gonna see lots of log cabins and a lot of stone buildings. And they really try to keep that up to date. I loved looking through the old museum. There were tons of taxidermy animals from when the park first opened. It's small but worth a visit. So cool. You can also stay or eat at the Paradise Inn outside of the Paradise area. It was built in 1916, and if you are lucky enough to stay here, you can book one of their historic rooms and have easy access to some of the most beautiful spots in the park. However, securing lodging in any of the parks can be difficult. Even finding a campsite was difficult this trip. And don't forget to head over to Tahoma Creek to see one of my favorite views of Mount Rainier. Even on cloudy days, it's possible to get a little peek from here. So Mount Rainier finally cleared up. You also have to try camping in the national parks. It's an experience you won't forget. Hey y'all, we are in Cougar Camp Campground and we are setting up our things. Our tent is pretty simple. We have some pretty comfortable sleeping bags. Our last camping trip, we bought these really nice cushions, inflatable cushions, and it really makes so much of the difference. I would really encourage you to invest in some nice camping equipment because when you get that good night's sleep, you are so much more equipped, having your energy to have a good day. So what did I bring? I brought my vitamins. I brought some grapefruit because, to be honest with you, you can never leave home without your grapefruit. I always eat one in the morning. Always. Jif peanut butter. Come on. Honey. Okay. Roasted garlic chicken, tomatoes. And we got some eggs for the morning. And we bought some meat on the way here. Okay, this is our campsite. Cute little campsite. This is what most of the campsites look like in the national park. All right, and this is the food storage. In the national parks out west in Bear Country, you want to put your food and anything. Oh, they're hard to get. Okay, here we go. Store all of your food, toothpaste and stuff. If you're not storing it in the car, then you store it in the food storage bear box. Just a nice tip. Don't want any bears coming near us tonight. Goodbye, Mount Rainier. See you next time. It was so much fun going. We will be back sometime soon, hopefully, maybe when it's snow covered. Well, I hope this video will encourage you to come out and explore Washington's biggest volcano, Mount Rainier. To join me on more adventures, please subscribe. Bye.